All right, guys, Kevin Durant is back on the trading block. Well, kind of. You guys remember in the summer when Kevin Durant requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets right after the playoffs ended, playoffs in which him and Kyrie Irving got swept by the Boston Celtics, and effectively throughout that saga, he held the Brooklyn Nets hostage, but the Brooklyn Nets were able to actually hang on to him because their asking price from other teams was just too much. They were asking for an all-star caliber player and 2 first-round picks, and teams around the league deemed that way too much for a star that was 35 years old and that just got swept in the playoffs with an elite point guard like Kyrie Irving. Well, word around the block is that the Kevin Durant sweepstakes is back on. Reports are coming out that there are multiple teams that are re-engaging with the Brooklyn Nets about a potential Kevin Durant trade. We came back full circle. And I think there's 2 reasons for this. The first reason is, of course, the Kyrie Irving saga that's ongoing right now, in which Kyrie Irving is suspended, and in order for him to return, the Brooklyn Nets have drafted this list, this like 6 prerequisites that he has to meet in order to come back, and it's kind of been controversial in a lot of people's eyes. Jay Williams came out and he called out the Brooklyn Nets for this. LeBron James recently came out and he said that Kyrie should be able to play. In particular, it's a list of 6 things that Kyrie Irving is supposed to do before he returns. And it's kind of weird. It's like donating $500,000 to Jewish community, and there's a bunch of other things. Really weird, even though Kyrie Irving did apologize. If you're not privy to all of this, I have a video on the Kyrie Irving situation that's going on. It's called Kyrie Irving is going to get kicked out of the league at this rate. I highly recommend that you guys go and check out that video. It is very informative, especially if you are not privy to what's going on in the NBA right now. If you've somehow been living underneath a rock for the last 2 weeks. Is with the way things are going with Kyrie Irving, having to meet with the commissioner of the NBA, having to meet these prerequisites, many have speculated that as stubborn as Kyrie Irving is, he may not meet these prerequisites. Because you have to remember, Kyrie Irving is very hard-headed. He may choose not to meet these prerequisites, and in doing so, the Brooklyn Nets may just be forced to release him. If that happens, many have speculated that Kevin Durant will be on a team by himself, essentially surrounded by scrubs. That is the Brooklyn Nets season and future dead in the water. And if that happens, they may be forced to move Kevin Durant in order to maybe get picks back, in order to rebuild, or kind of honor him. Because Kevin Durant is 34 years old, and Kevin Durant in the next 3 years will probably be out of the league unless he ages like LeBron. In 3 years, he's going to be 37, going on 30. This year and I think next year is going to be the last 2 really high quality Kevin Durant years left. Brooklyn Nets, knowing that, they may just trade him away to kind of give him that merciful send-off, so he just doesn't stay in Brooklyn wasting away. The second reasons team are re-engaging with the Brooklyn Nets and asking for Kevin Durant is because many around the league have seen the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving experiment for the last 3 years, and they've concluded that it is a failure. In the 4 years or 3 years that those 2 guys have been together, nothing's come out of it. And GMs and executives around the league are thinking, well, there is no better time than to poach Kevin Durant away from the Brooklyn Nets than right now. Number one, because Kevin Durant doesn't have a lot of good years left in the league, and things are blowing up in the Brooklyn Nets' face, and they may need to move some of their stars, some of their assets, and right now would be the prime time to buy or trade for Kevin Durant. So here's my take. Me, being a Toronto Raptors fan, I want to see them compete for a title. So my prescription, my take is this. The Toronto Raptors should go out and trade for Kevin Durant. Yes, I'm one of those talking heads that was adamant about Toronto Raptors trading for Kevin Durant in the summer, even though every single talking head and every single Toronto Raptors talking head